What if I told you that right now, as you're watching this video, there's a city in Asia where a new millionaire is being created every single day. A city where property prices have doubled in just 3 years. A city where young people from all over the world are rushing to grab opportunities before they disappear. And here's the crazy part. Most people have never heard of it. Today, we're going deep into the 5 cities that are growing so fast, they're literally reshaping the map of Asia. These aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. These are real places where fortunes are being made, where dreams are coming true, and where the smart money is flowing right now. But here's what makes this video different. We're not just listing cities, we're putting them head to head. City versus city. Which one has the best job market? Which one offers the cheapest cost of living? Where should you actually put your money in 2026? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which city matches your goals. Whether you want to live there, work there, or invest your hard-earned money. Stay till the end, because city number 1, it's going to blow your mind. Let's get into it. Before we dive into our countdown, let's talk about what fastest growing actually means. Because it's not just about tall buildings going up. We looked at 5 key factors. Number 1, GDP growth. How fast is money flowing into the city? Number 2, population growth. Are people moving in or moving out? Number 3, infrastructure development. Roads, trains, airports, the stuff that makes a city work. Number 4, foreign investment. Are big companies betting their money here? Number 5, quality of life improvements. Because growth means nothing if life gets worse, right? Now, some cities on this list might surprise you. Others you've definitely heard of, but probably don't know the real story behind them. And just so you know, we're counting down from number 5 to number 1. So, the city at the top, that's the one we think is the best opportunity in Asia for 2026. Ready? Let's start with number 5. Coming in at number 5, Manila, Philippines. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Manila? That crowded, traffic-jammed city? How is that a top-growing city? Here's what most people get wrong about Manila. They picture the old Manila, the chaos, the traffic that can take 3 hours to go 10 kilometers. But there's a new Manila being built right now. And it's changing everything. Let me tell you about a place called BGC, Bonifacio Global City. 20 years ago, this was literally a military base. Old buildings, empty lots, nothing special. Today, it's one of the most modern business districts in all of Southeast Asia. We're talking glass towers, international restaurants, bike lanes, and some of the most expensive real estate in the Philippines. And this transformation, it's still happening. So let's talk jobs, because that's what brings people to a city, right? Manila is the BPO capital of the world. BPO stands for Business Process Outsourcing. Basically, when American or European companies need customer service, tech support, or back office work done, they come to Manila. We're talking about an industry worth over $30 billion. It employs more than 1.5 million Filipinos directly, and millions more indirectly. But here's what's changing in 2026. Manila is moving UP the value chain. It's not just call centers anymore. Now you've got software development hubs, AI and data analytics companies, financial services outsourcing healthcare information management. The average salary for a tech worker in Manila has gone up 40% in just 5 years. And there's still room to grow because compared to Singapore or Hong Kong, Filipino tech talent costs about 60% less. For investors, this means one thing: more money is coming into Manila, and it's not stopping anytime soon. Now let's talk property. Because if you're thinking about investing in Manila real estate, 2026 might be your moment. Here's the situation. A high-end condo in BGC costs about $4,000 to $5,000 per square meter. Sounds expensive? Let's compare. Singapore, $15,000 to $25,000 per square meter. Hong Kong, $20,000 to $40,000 per square meter. Bangkok premium areas, $6,000 to $8,000 per square meter. Manila is still undervalued compared to its neighbors. And with over 500 billion pesos in infrastructure projects currently underway, new subway lines, bridges and expressways, property values in the right areas are expected to jump. My tip? Look at areas near the new Metro Manila subway. This is the first underground rail system in the Philippines, and it's set to transform how people move around the city. Properties within walking distance of future stations. That's where the smart money is going. But what about actually living in Manila? Let's break down the costs. For a comfortable life in Manila, nice condo, eating out regularly, transportation, entertainment, you're looking at single person, $1,200 to $1,800 per month. Couple, $1,800 to $2,500 per month. Family of 4, $2,500 to $4,000 per month. Compare that to Singapore, where the same lifestyle costs 3 to 4 times more. English is widely spoken. In fact, the Philippines has one of the highest English proficiency rates in Asia. So if you're coming from the West, the language barrier is almost non-existent. Now, for our city versus reality check, because every city has problems, and I'm not going to hide them from you. Manila's biggest issues: traffic. And I mean legendary traffic. We're talking 2 to 3 hours to go 15 kilometers during rush hour. If you're going to live or work in Manila, location matters more than almost any other city on this list. Live close to where you work, or you'll lose your mind. Flooding. Manila sits on a flood plain, and during monsoon season, some areas literally turn into rivers. Always check the flood history of any property before you buy. Bureaucracy. Starting a business or buying property as a foreigner involves a lot of paperwork. Budget extra time and consider getting a good local lawyer. But despite these challenges, Manila's growth trajectory is undeniable. The young population, average age is just 25, means a massive workforce ready to power the economy forward. Infrastructure is finally catching up, and for investors willing to do their homework, the returns can be exceptional. Manila, city number 5 on our list. Underestimated by many, but not by the smart money. All right, let's move on to city number 4. Number 4 on our countdown. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, also known as Saigon. And honestly, most locals still call it Saigon. This city has one of the most incredible transformation stories in modern history. Just 50 years ago, this place was in ruins from war. 30 years ago, it was one of the poorest cities in the world. And today, it's a manufacturing powerhouse that companies like Samsung, Intel, and Nike have bet billions of dollars on. That's not growth. That's a complete economic miracle. So why is everyone suddenly so excited about Ho Chi Minh City? 3 words: China +1. Here's what that means. For decades, global companies made everything in China. But now, with rising costs in China, trade tensions with the West, and COVID showing the danger of putting all eggs in one basket, companies are looking for alternatives. Vietnam, and specifically Ho Chi Minh City, is their number 1 choice. Look at who's here. Samsung makes more phones in Vietnam than anywhere else in the world. Intel has its largest assembly and testing facility. Here, Apple is shifting a huge chunk of iPad and AirPods production to Vietnam, Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, all major manufacturing here. What does this mean for the city? Jobs, foreign money, rising wages, a growing middle class, and a real estate market that's heating up fast. Let's look at the numbers, because they're pretty insane. Vietnam's economy grew 6.5% in 2024, and projections for 2025 to 2026 are even higher. Ho Chi Minh City alone contributes about 25% of Vietnam's entire GDP. That's one city doing a quarter of the country's economic output. Foreign direct investment, that's money from overseas companies, hit record levels. We're talking over $36 billion flowing into Vietnam in 2024, with Ho Chi Minh City grabbing a massive chunk of that. And here's the thing that really matters for growth. Vietnam's population is young and hungry. Average age is 31. People here work hard, learn fast, and want to move up. That energy, you can feel it on the streets. Okay, real estate investors, pay attention, because Ho Chi Minh City is one of the most interesting property markets in Asia right now. City versus comparison time. Prime condo prices in Ho Chi Minh City, $3,000 to $5,000 per square meter. Compare that to Bangkok, $5,000 to $7,000. Kuala Lumpur, $3,500 to $5,500. Singapore, $15,000 plus. For a growing economy at this speed, Ho Chi Minh City property is still relatively cheap. Now, the hot area everyone's talking about is Thu Thiem. This is a brand new urban development zone, right across the river from District 1, the main business centre. The government is pumping billions into infrastructure here. We're talking about the future Manhattan of Vietnam. Properties bought in Thu Thiem 5 years ago have already doubled or tripled in value, and the development is maybe 30% complete. So there's still runway left. Now let's talk about actually living here, because Ho Chi Minh City has quietly become one of the best cities for remote workers and digital nomads in the world. Monthly costs for a comfortable lifestyle. Single person, $800 to $1,500. Couple, $1,200 to $2,000. Family of 4, $2,000 to $3,500. That's for a nice apartment in a good district. Eating out every day, using Grab bikes and taxis, gym membership, entertainment, the whole package. The food is incredible. Seriously, Vietnamese food might be the most underrated cuisine in the world. Fresh, healthy, and a full meal can cost less than $3. The cafe culture is amazing. Vietnamese coffee is strong enough to wake up an elephant. And there are beautiful cafes everywhere. This is where a lot of remote workers get their work done. Reality check time. What's the downside? Language barrier. Unlike the Philippines, English isn't widely spoken here. You can get by in tourist areas and business settings, but daily life requires learning some Vietnamese or having a lot of patience. Bureaucracy, Vietnam's government is still communist. That doesn't affect daily life much, but for business owners, there are extra layers of complexity. Foreigners also face restrictions on property ownership. You can buy condos, but not land directly. Traffic and pollution. The motorbike traffic is famous for a reason. Crossing the street is an adventure sport, and air quality in the dry season isn't great. But here's my take. The energy in this city is electric. You can feel that everyone is hustling. Everyone is building something. The government is clearly prioritizing economic growth. And the quality of life improvements happening every year are remarkable. For investment, Ho Chi Minh City is still in the early stages of its boom. The comparison I like to make is investing in Ho Chi Minh City today is like investing in Bangkok 20 years ago. That's why it's number 4 on our list. Let's move to number 3. Number 3, and our first city from India, Hyderabad. This city is a tale of two worlds. On one side, you've got 400 years of history, the famous Charminar, old bazaars, some of the best biryani in the entire world. On the other side, you've got glass towers, tech campuses bigger than some universities, and some of the smartest people in the IT industry. And somehow, it works. So why is Hyderabad growing so fast? One word, tech. Hyderabad has become India's second biggest IT hub after Bangalore. But here's the thing, while Bangalore is getting expensive and crowded, Hyderabad is offering almost the same opportunities at a fraction of the cost. Look at who has major operations here. Google. One of their largest offices outside the US, Apple. Developing key products here, Microsoft. Massive development center, Amazon. Huge presence for both tech and their cloud business. Meta, Qualcomm, IBM, Infosys, TCS, all here. This isn't a coincidence. These companies came because of three things. Incredible talent pool. Some of the best engineering schools in India are here. Lower costs than Bangalore. 30 to 40% savings on office space and salaries. Pro-business government. The Telangana. State government has rolled out the red carpet for tech companies. Let's talk numbers. Hyderabad's IT exports alone crossed $25 billion in 2024. The city's economy is growing at around 8 to 9% per year, one of the fastest rates for any major city in the world. But it's not just IT. Hyderabad has another secret weapon. Pharmaceuticals. Hyderabad produces about 40% of India's medicine and 30% of the world's vaccines. This area is called Genome Valley, and it's one of the biggest life sciences clusters in Asia. So you've got tech on one side, pharma on the other. That's diversification. That's what makes a city economy stable and growing. Okay, property time. And Hyderabad is fascinating for real estate investors. City versus comparison. Hyderabad premium areas, $1,000 to $2,000 per square meter. Bangalore premium areas, $1,500 to $3,000 per square meter. Mumbai premium areas, $5,000 to $15,000 per square meter. Hyderabad is significantly cheaper than India's other major cities, but the growth potential, just as good, maybe better. The area to watch is the Western Corridor, Gachibowli, high-tech city, financial district, Kokapet. This is where all the tech campuses are, and this is where the new metro lines are going. Properties here have seen 15 to 20% annual appreciation in recent years. The new metro is a game changer. Hyderabad's metro system is one of the best in India now, and it's still expanding. Properties near metro stations are commanding premium prices. What about living in Hyderabad? Monthly costs for a comfortable life. Single person, $600 to $1,000. Couple, $900 to $1,500. Family of four, $1,200 to $2,500. That's for a really nice apartment. Eating out regularly, transportation, entertainment, the whole package. Compared to Western cities, your money goes very far here. The weather is decent. Not as hot as Chennai, not as polluted as Delhi. You get distinct seasons without extreme temperatures. The food is legendary. Hyderabadi biryani is world famous. The city has incredible restaurants ranging from street food to fine dining, and there's a growing expat community, especially in the tech areas. Finding English speakers isn't hard, and the city is increasingly cosmopolitan. Reality check for Hyderabad: traffic. It's gotten worse as the city has grown. Rush hour is rough. The metro helps, but it doesn't cover everywhere yet. Water concerns. Hyderabad is in a water-stressed region. During summer months, water supply can be an issue in some areas. This is something city planners are working on, but it's worth knowing. Quality gap. There's a big gap between the modern tech corridor and other parts of the city. If you're outside the developed areas, infrastructure can be lacking. But here's my bottom line on Hyderabad. This city has figured something out. It's got world-class companies, affordable living, good governance, and massive room to grow. The state government has been consistently pro-business for over a decade now, and that stability matters. When you invest in real estate or start a business, you need to know the rules won't change overnight. Hyderabad delivers on that. And for 2026, it's one of the smartest bets you can make in India. That's why it's number 3. Ready for the top 2? These are the heavy hitters. Let's go. At number 2, the biggest city in Southeast Asia, Jakarta, Indonesia. Let me put Jakarta's size in perspective. Greater Jakarta has over 35 million people. That's bigger than Tokyo, bigger than Delhi. It's the second largest urban area on the planet. And it's sitting in the heart of the world's 4th most populous country, with an economy that's absolutely massive. This isn't just a city, it's a whole world. Indonesia's economy is the largest in Southeast Asia, bigger than Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, and Malaysia combined. And Jakarta is the beating heart of it all. Jakarta alone contributes about 17% of Indonesia's entire GDP. When you include the greater metro area, it's even higher. This is where the banks are, where the headquarters are, where the deals are made. And here's what's exciting for 2026. Indonesia's middle class is exploding. We're talking about 70 to 80 million people who have moved into the middle class in the past decade. These are people buying their first cars, first homes, going on vacations and spending money. For businesses, this is a gold mine, a massive consumer market that's still growing fast. Now here's something fascinating that most people don't fully understand. Indonesia is building a brand new capital city called Nusantara. It's on the island of Borneo, about 1,000 kilometers from Jakarta. The government is moving there. The presidential palace, the parliament, all of it. Some people hear this and think, oh no, Jakarta is done. Wrong. Here's why. The new capital is for government functions, but Jakarta isn't just a government town, it's an economic capital. The businesses, the banks, the international companies, they're staying in Jakarta. In fact, with government moving out, there's more room for business, less traffic from government convoys, more office space. Some analysts think Jakarta will actually become more attractive for business as the political functions move away. It's like if the US moved the government out of New York. Would New York die? Of course not. It would still be the economic capital. Same with Jakarta. Real estate in Jakarta is interesting right now. City versus comparison. Jakarta premium, $3,000 to $6,000 per square meter. Singapore, $15,000 to $30,000 per square meter. Kuala Lumpur, premium, $3,500 to $6,000 per square meter. Jakarta prices are relatively low for such a massive economic centre. And with improving infrastructure, some areas are seeing strong appreciation. The MRT system, Jakarta's first real subway, opened in 2019 and is expanding. New toll roads are reducing traffic times. A new fast train connects Jakarta to Bandung in just 45 minutes. SCBD and Sudirman, the business heart, always strong, PIK 2, Pantai Indah Kapuk 2. New planned city, huge development. SD City, satellite city with good infrastructure. Living in Jakarta is an experience. Monthly costs, single person, $900 to $1,800. Couple, $1,500 to $2,800. Family of four, $2,500 to $5,000 wide range because Jakarta has everything. You can live like a king or budget backpacker, your choice. The food is incredible. Indonesian cuisine is diverse and delicious. Malls are everywhere, and they're good entertainment, shopping, dining, all in one. The expat community is well established. International schools are good. Healthcare at private hospitals is decent. Now, the reality check. Traffic. Jakarta. Traffic is legendary. We're talking 3 to 4 hour commutes common. You need to live strategically or just accept that you'll spend half your life in a car. Flooding. Jakarta is sinking. Parts of the city flood every year during rainy season. This is a serious long-term issue, and one reason the capital is moving. Pollution. Air quality isn't great. Not the worst in Asia, but not good either. Bureaucracy. Indonesia can be complex for foreigners. Property ownership rules, business regulations. You need good local partners. But here's why Jakarta is number 2 on our list. The scale of opportunity is massive. Indonesia is a G20 economy. Its young average age is 29. The consumer class is growing fast. And Jakarta is the gateway to all of it. For investors who can handle the complexity, the rewards are substantial. For professionals, the job market is strong. For entrepreneurs, the market is huge and many sectors are still underserved. Jakarta isn't for everyone, but for those who understand it, it's a gold mine. All right, are you ready for number one? The fastest growing city in Asia for 2026. Number one, the fastest growing city in Asia for 2026. Bangalore, India. Also known as Bengaluru, this is the undisputed tech capital of Asia. And in 2026, it's not just growing, it's exploding. Here's why Bangalore beat every other city to claim the top spot. Bangalore isn't just a tech hub, it's the tech hub of the Eastern Hemisphere. Every single major tech company has a huge presence here. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Meta, IBM, Cisco, Oracle. And it's not just satellite offices. Critical products are being developed here. Core engineering, AI research, chip design, the actual brains of the tech industry. But here's what makes Bangalore different from every other city on this list. Startups. Bangalore has the third largest startup ecosystem in the entire world. Only Silicon Valley and New York have more. We're talking about over 40 unicorns, startups worth more than $1 billion that have come out of this one city. Flipkart, Swiggy, Byju's, Zerodha, PhonePe, Ola. All born in Bangalore. Every day new companies are starting here. Every day venture capital money is flowing in. This isn't just employment, this is wealth creation on a massive scale. Let's talk numbers. Bangalore's economy is growing at 8 to 10% annually. The IT sector alone is worth over $250 billion. Foreign investment keeps breaking records. But here's the stat that matters most. Bangalore creates more high-paying jobs than any other city in Asia. We're talking 500,000 plus new jobs added in just the past 3 years in tech alone. And these aren't low-wage jobs. The average IT salary in Bangalore has been rising 8 to 12% every year. Young engineers are making good money and they're spending it, which creates more jobs in retail, food, services, everything else. This is a virtuous cycle of growth. More jobs bring more people. More people need more housing, more restaurants, more everything, which creates more jobs, which brings more people, and Bangalore is right in the middle of this cycle. For real estate investors, Bangalore is the hottest market in India city versus comparison. Bangalore premium areas, $1,500 to $3,500 per square meter. Mumbai premium areas, $6,000 to $15,000 per square meter. Singapore, $15,000. Plus Bangalore is still affordable relative to other major tech hubs worldwide, and the appreciation has been strong, 10 to 15% annually in the right areas. Areas to watch: Electronic City, Phase 2, Tech Corridor expanding fast. Whitefield, major IT hub, with new metro coming Sarjapur Road, connecting corridor, lots of new development North Bangalore around the airport. Aerospace and tech cluster. The metro expansion is a game changer. Bangalore's metro system is getting bigger every year, and properties near new stations are gold. What about actually living in Bangalore? Monthly costs? Single person, $700 to $1,400. Couple, $1,200 to $2,200. Family of 4, $1,800 to $3,500. That's for a good lifestyle. Nice apartment, eating out, entertainment, transportation. And here's Bangalore's secret advantage over every other Indian city: weather. Bangalore sits on a plateau at about 900 meters elevation. That means no extreme heat, no extreme cold, pleasant temperatures year-round. While other Indian cities bake at 45 degrees Celsius in summer, Bangalore stays comfortable. The food scene is incredible. Every cuisine from every Indian state, plus international options. The pub and cafe culture is the best in India. The arts scene is growing. English is widely spoken. The population is young, educated, and cosmopolitan. Making friends is easy. Traffic. Notorious. Possibly worse than any other city on this list, relative to city size. The infrastructure hasn't kept up with growth. The metro will help eventually, but right now traffic is painful. Water and power. During summer, water shortages can happen. Power cuts are less common now, but still occur in some areas. Cost creep. Bangalore is getting more expensive every year. It's still affordable compared to Western cities, but compared to other Indian cities, the gap is narrowing. So why is Bangalore number one? Because no other city combines these factors. Largest tech ecosystem in Asia, massive startup scene, creating new wealth. Young, educated, hungry workforce. Still relatively affordable. Pleasant climate, stable state government, endless growth runway. If you want to be where the future is being built, Bangalore is the place. For jobs, for investment, for building a company, there's nowhere else in Asia that offers this combination. That's why Bangalore is our number one fastest growing city in Asia for 2026. All right, let's do a final city versus breakdown. Best for tech careers. Bangalore, Hyderabad. Ho Chi Minh City. Best for lowest cost. Hyderabad. Ho Chi Minh City, Manila. Best for real estate. Investment. Ho Chi Minh City, Bangalore. Jakarta. Best for expat. Lifestyle. Ho Chi Minh City, Manila, Bangalore. Best for long-term business. Every city on this list is growing fast for different reasons. The right choice depends on your goals. Want a tech career? Bangalore or Hyderabad? Want the cheapest quality life? Hyderabad or Ho Chi Minh City? Want real estate returns? Ho Chi Minh City or Bangalore? Want to build a business for a massive market? Jakarta or Bangalore? Want English-speaking ease? Manila or Bangalore? The point is, Asia's growth story is just getting started. These 5 cities are at the front of that wave. Whether you're thinking about a job, an investment, or a whole new life, now is the time to pay attention. So which city surprised you the most? Which one are you most interested in? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. If you found this video valuable, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more deep dives on specific cities, real estate guides, cost of living breakdowns, job market analysis, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got a lot more city versus content coming.